Okay. What do you consider? I know there's a lot of skills out there, but what do you consider the most essential skills, whether they're soft skills or technical, for someone looking to enter the IT field today?
If somebody is looking to get into the IT, um, again, so softer skill is needed from a more from management perspective. Uh, Again, it depends on how you define software. When we say minimum skills would be like, as I said, being positive, right? So the most important thing to me is individual is the having a mindset where a mindset of say I can do it and then do it and learn it. So with the if someone is coming in the industry, be open, be positive, have a can-do attitude, and practice, practice, practice. Learn the tools that you have are given, learn those thoroughly and properly. Think about I had actually a friend, I'll tell you that I'll share the story. I had a friend who studied at Chile University with me. He came to the industry around 8 years ago. And he gave me a call one day. He gave me a phone call. And I know he used to be a good student. He studied accounting at the university. He's like, hey, Nas, I know we used to be good friends. I migrated to the US a few years ago, a couple of years ago. I heard about you being in the industry. I only studied accounting. I never learned anything in the computer. How do am I gonna get a job in 3 months, 2 months? If I get a job, am I gonna survive? So my first question that my answer was, and he was like, he was very shocked. I said, when you went to university, uh, did you ever ask a question, am I gonna get a job? Am I gonna be able to survive in the job industry? He said no. So I said, why you cannot have that mindset now? Like, hey, I'm learning something, I want to learn it, right? So so after that, he was totally surprised. Nobody told him that. And after 3 months, after another couple of months, he called me again, say, I think they gave me a resume. I think I wanna get into the job. What do you say? I said, I want to talk to you. I want to ask you a few questions. I I said, okay. So I faked and called him for an interview. Asked him a few questions, and I was happy, but not happy enough. So I said, I want you to study for another couple of months before you apply for any job whatsoever. And then he said, okay, fine. And he started hard. I interviewed him again. I was happy. I said, go in the job. He didn't go within 2, 3 weeks. And then literally within 2 weeks, he found a job. And guess what? He is now working. He has been working for all these years as a manager himself, and he's extremely successful. So having that attitude is extremely critical. Like, why we are so worried that if somebody in there is still like, oh, am I gonna find a job, 2 months, 3 months? Am I gonna be able to? Why? Just learn it. Learn it. Think of yourself. You're back to school. Study it. Learn it. Be proud of yourself. Hey, you know what? I learned these tools and I know how to use them. Be proud of that. Think of yourself as a professional. And the industry needs people, by the way. We are continuously searching for people who are experienced, who have knowledge, who are able to do things. It's so hard to find people. Like I know I cannot proprietary information I can share, but I can tell you this much. It's hard to find an engineering, like so it's so difficult. And most people like fail and in the interviews and all that. That's because they haven't learned enough. So learn it. Like a lot of our students that come in the industry or try to come into the industry, they're very talented. They're very knowledgeable. All they need is a mindset of, you know what? I spent 4 years, 5 years, 6 years at school. I'm just gonna spend 3 months, 4 months, 6 months here. I'm gonna learn it and learn it to the point where I can be proud of myself.
That
Yeah.
was a great answer. And our students need to hear that. The TS3 students need to hear that, right?
We said many times, yeah. Do not jump what is going to happen tomorrow or after 6 months. Do not jump on that. Focus today
Yeah.
and be passionate of learning, right? I am actually solving something. When you bring your the learning become the happiness, right? You really become happy. What do? Well, as he said, that we are really looking for the people, but it is very difficult to get the people because the people is too worried. What is going to happen tomorrow? Instead of, I want to learn, I want to do something, I want to
Okay.
show some value, I want to fix something. So
Yeah,
you
and there are so many jobs there, right? So many like positions out there, right? It's unimaginable even to think. The organizations are crying for people. There's a wide spectrum of companies, and I've like been in the industry so many years, right? I can see like people at organizations craving to find people, and
yeah,
so to our students, like, hey, learn it. Like think for yourself as like you're back to your bachelor degree, for example. But you don't have to spend 4 years for a bachelor, 5 years. You didn't have to study all night for
4 months, 5 months,
before
whatever.
your exam, semester exam, right? Just spend a few hours and be, dedicated to that and learn it.
Yeah, so I completely agree. When people say job market is tight, I said, I'm sorry, I disagree. Job market is not tight. Job is available, maybe you. Me and you is the problem. We have something to do from our end to get the job. So I think you are at least the confirm that organization companies are craving to get people. Is all we have to adjust, adapt what they are looking for. That's all we need to do. And
Yeah,
for
that's correct. That's correct.
the
Yeah.
recipe is you need to be passionate. You really need to be happily doing what you're doing, and you're solving something. Just not doing something just to get something out of it. Happily solving something, solve some problems so you can happily speak in your interview or with other people. So thank you. Very good answer. Thank you.